Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, I'm Michelle and I like doing crochet things. I also like buying yarn, and that's what today's video is about. I bought so much yarn. This video is just basically gonna be me kind of sitting down, a little chit chat Saturday video, just kind of more relaxing. I'm gonna show you the yarn that I got, and then I'm also gonna be telling you what I'm gonna be doing with this yarn and future projects with the yarn. It's kind of like just more of a calm thing. I am working on a crochet project that is taking a little bit longer than I thought. I'm using the Friends of Cotton 8 out of 4 yarn right now. I'm making like a top, and I was kind of hoping that video would come out today, but it's taking a little bit longer than I thought, and I really don't want to rush it. Also, it's like a two-parter, and I can't confidently say I'm gonna get it done by this week, and if I do get it done, I'd have to have the other video out. They go together, okay? I have two videos that kind of go together, and I want one to go on Thursday and one on Saturday, and I just don't think it's gonna happen this week. So that's okay, all right? We're gonna go through some yarn, we're gonna chit-chat, it's gonna be a little bit more relaxing, and then next week I can get back into the chaos of things. Right now, currently, at this moment in time, from, I believe, August the 7th to September the 7th, Mary Maxim is having their yearly annual tent sale, okay? That is when they have all their yarns that are in the tent discounted. I think they have some sales in the store, but they have so much yarn right now. Me and my sister went the second day, which I will not advise. This is the third year me and my sister went. Normally we go near like the middle to end of the sale. The only time my sister had off that she was able to do stuff was at the very beginning of the sale. For all y'all who don't know, Mary Maxim is a crafting company, mostly yarn. I think they started off with yarn. I really don't know the history. I really should look up the history of them. They have so much yarn. They have so much crafting things. They have a whole section just of puzzles and games. They also have a little bit of fabric. I think they had more fabric at one point. And then they also have like a bunch of just random like things. I don't know how to describe Mary Maxim. It's an experience, and I love the store. Mary Maxim is in Paris, Ontario, like an hour and a half away from where I live. When we go up there, it's like a whole day thing, and that's what we ended up doing last Friday. So here's the thing, me and my sister, we're pretty good with what we know what we want for yarn. We kind of go in there looking for certain yarns that we want for certain projects. For the most part, we kind of knew what we wanted when we went there. When we were there, I think we were probably shopping around for maybe a half an hour, but we were in the store for almost 2 hours because we were in line for 40 minutes. If you've been to the store, then you know that they only have, I believe, 3 cash registers, and that's it, okay? It's not like you're going into a Walmart or anything like that have like 10 plus cashiers. It's literally 3, and normally when me and my sister go, there's usually just 1 cashier open. Sometimes there's not even a line. Normally when we go, I've never seen the line. The line was literally all the way down the store. It was an experience. I don't think I would ever go to the Mary Maxim tent sale at the beginning, especially on a Friday. I think I would wait until later on in the month or September. I think last year we went in September, but again, with my sister's schedule and everything, we had to go earlier than later. But now we know for the future, we go a little bit later. Because I remember when we went to like later on, there was still all this yarn left over. So it wasn't like there wasn't anything left. I think I actually bought more last year than I did this year. That day we ended up going to Mary Maxim, Len's Mills, Michael's, but I didn't film anything in Michael's. I didn't even buy anything in Michael's. I think we went to one more place, did we not? And then we went to Walmart because we had to pick up some groceries, and I'm like, I might as well see what yarn they had, and they had yarn. Let's go in order of what we did. So we will start at Mary Maxim. Oh, I haven't seen this one. This one's so retro. If you are a fan of yarn hauls, yarn buying videos, crochet videos, and like, of course, like the 80s and whatnot, why not hit the subscribe button? tie-dye. It's kind of interesting. Oh, this is like fun. Oh, it's the Swayze stuff. Oh, I love that stuff. This one is with that yarn. I'd rather have this as a bag than this one. Like, this is neat, but like, I don't know what I would use it for. Oh, the name is Born. He's my son. Here's my little haul for Mary Maxim. It's very, very little. I was hoping to buy more yarn there. Unfortunately, they were out of all the yarn that I went for to that store. I went to Mary Maxim looking for sugar and cream yarn, even though, yes, I'm not a big fan of it, but I really did like the cone and how it made that one vest, and I have an idea for another, like, more like 70s, 80s vest with like oranges and stuff like that. I mentioned it in that other vest video. They didn't have it. They had some cones, didn't have the ones I wanted. Then I went in there looking for the Kobo yarn, which I'm a very big fan of now. They didn't have the color. They were like completely out of most of the yarn there. And then I did go and I was looking at the Pound of Love yarn. I am very, very upset with Pound of Love right now because they changed the yarn. They changed the yarn. And I hope it's just some random batch that got weird along the way and they're gonna revert back to what they were. But they changed the yarn. Also, the Pound of Love yarn at Mary Maxim at the moment was $19. And there was no way I was paying it. I think they put it on sale for $11 now, but when I went it was 20 bucks and I'm like, no, okay, I can go to Michael's and I can get it for like 14 bucks, okay? I did end up getting it at Walmart, but we'll get to that. I'll talk more about Pound of Love yarn and my, how do I put this? My disappointment in them when I get to that. Because I did buy some Pound of Love, just not at Mary Maxim. Okay, so but anyways, let's get into what I bought at Mary Maxim. I really only wanted to buy yarn that I knew what I was gonna do with it. The first one that I saw was this one here. No surprise that I bought it. It's the Red Heart Flower Power all-in-one yarn. I like this a lot better than the Granny Square yarn, which I have here. I don't know why I keep it here. This is the Granny Square yarn that makes like a granny square. As you can see, nothing. Not really nice right there. But this one makes a flower. I did make a scarf last year. I love that scarf. I wore it like every day. I can't wait to wear it again. But I did buy this one just because I really love the colors. Unfortunately, the colors on here that show you what the square is gonna look like don't really match what it looks like here, because I'm pretty sure that I probably saw this on their website, and just with the photo and how it looked, I'm like, that does not, I was gonna say appetizing. That does not look like something I want, but when I saw it in person, again, this is why I love buying yarn in person, because I can actually see what the colors are gonna look like. I fell in love with it. It's like my favorite type of yellow, a red, and this like kind of like a fuchsia pink, but in here in the square, it doesn't really show that. It just, the pink kind of blends in with the red. So I am really excited to see what this is gonna look like when it is crocheted up, because in person the yarn is very, very beautiful. The color I got this one is called Poppy Star. I don't remember what I paid for this, but it was on sale, so that's why I picked it up. Also, I did realize that Red Heart actually has two other ones. One's a new one, and one I don't know if it's new, but I hadn't seen it before. Red Heart has come out with another all-in-one granny square, but mini. So it's like this, but I'm pretty sure it's only 3 colors or only 2 colors. I think it's 3 colors instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want it. Unfortunately, it is not available anywhere that I can see in Canada. I think they do have it at the Walmart website, but I haven't seen it in stores. And then they just came out with this new one, and it's like called the quilt motif or the quilt something, and it's like a corner to corner square, which I've never done, but I would love to try it, and I would love to try to get my hands on that yarn to do it. And it just came out, and there are some beautiful colors, and I need it. I really want it. So when I can finally get my hands on those two yarns, I will be buying them. And of course I will be reviewing them. I need to find them first. But anyways, I really do like the flower one a lot better than the regular granny square. So, you know, this one's pretty fun. I know it might look a little bit more challenging for anybody who's like, oh, that's a flower granny square. That might be too difficult. They do have a pattern in here, and it is very easy to follow, and I really like it. And then I bought two other yarns, which are the same brand of yarn. I mentioned this in a video where I used this yarn before, that if I saw it again, I would buy it. And that's these ones here. It is the Bernat Swedish yarn. I loved this yarn. Remember when I did that review? It was this yarn and the yarn that was like paper yarn, and this one I loved. This is such a great yarn to make bags out of. I wasn't too sure how it was gonna go because like it felt very stiff, but I think I did like a double crochet or something, and I think I just made it up. I figured it out now how to do it like really nice with the lines and stuff like that, because it's kind of like filet crochet. Loved this yarn. I thought it was so amazing. I got it in like this olivey kind of green color, and I regretted not buying more of it in that store because where I found it was like this kind of random flower shop, gift shop, yarn shop, craft shop in a little town that we were just driving through, and my sister's like, hey, look, a yarn shop, let's stop and see that. And that was like way back in like March, I believe. And so I ended up buying one because I just thought it was a good novelty yarn, and you know what I mean? I love a good novelty yarn. When I saw these at Mary Maxim, I had to pick them up. They had probably 10 different colors, and I only bought two because I only needed two. If I want more in the future, great, but first let me make bags out of these, and then I'll go back for more. The colors that I got this time is, of course, this beautiful yellow color. You know it's my favorite, and this one is called Honeycomb. Very fitting for the name. You know how I love when yarn brands give their yarn a like cool name. It's fun, and I love it. And then the other Swedish one I got was this one here. Now here's the thing, it was between this one, like this multicolored one, and another one that was like a brown multicolored one. It was like brown, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of beige, and I picked this one because to me this one screams like late 80s, early 90s, and you know how much I love the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that, like growing up in the 90s and everything. And I just saw this and I'm like, you know what, I have a lot of stuff that is already brown and beige and yellow. Let's do something a little bit more fun. The color is called Gems, okay? You're not gonna tell me that is not an 80s name for this. When I see this, it screams 90s, 80s for me. And with these two here, I do want to make more of those bags, maybe a different pattern. What I really like about the bags is, well, I made one, but what I really like about the bag is it doesn't look like it would hold a lot, and then you shove stuff in that bag and it stretches, and then when you take everything out, it doesn't really like stay stretched. It kind of comes back in. I really like crocheting with it, even though like it is this kind of weird flat yarn. It wasn't very difficult to crochet with or anything like that, but I just thought that this yarn is just, it's so good, and I'm really excited to make more bags with it. So maybe that will be another video of me making more bags, because I love a good tote bag. Like I have so many of them, and I probably shouldn't make more, but when I see like yarn like this, I'm gonna make more. That was it from Mary Maxim. I was kind of hoping to find maybe some more things, but you know what, that's okay. The yarn that I was looking for in that store, I ended up buying at a different store. On to Lens Mill. Ooh, this is fun cotton. Oh, it's James C. Brett too. Perfect. This is the yarn that I got from Lens Mill. The Lions brand Kobo yarn. It is a light 3-weight yarn, 51% cotton and 49% rayon from bamboo. So the first time I actually bought this yarn was at Mary Maxim, and I was kind of hoping that Mary Maxim would have it. They actually didn't have it. They didn't even have the color that I had bought before, and I wanted a very specific color. The last time I used this, I made that duck vest that I'm absolutely in love with. I actually made it twice because the first version did not turn out that well, but the second version, was perfect, okay? I absolutely love it, and I kind of made that one as a guide, so when I wanted to make another one, I would be able to do it, and this is the other one that I want to do. My idea for this one here, I ended up buying 4 of these. I think I would be okay with 3, but the only problem is that when I was making the vest, I had to redo it, so I had to take all that yarn, and then like there was pieces that I had cut up for certain parts of the vest, and so I had to take it all apart, and then I was just ended up with like a bunch of random balls of yarn of this, and so it was really kind of hard to keep track of how much yarn I used. I know I needed 3 for sure, but I bought a 4th one just in case. Now they were $7 at Lens Mill. I mean, I feel like that's pretty much the price you would get. I think that they might have had a sale at Maxim. They could have been a little bit cheaper, but you know what? They had the color I wanted, and all 4 of these are the same lot dies, which again is great. You want to make sure that if you're doing a bigger project that you need multiple skeins of yarn, you make sure you get all the same lot dies, so then that way the color doesn't do something weird on you, because you could buy 3 of the same and one that isn't the same. The one that isn't the same could be a little bit lighter in color, could be a little bit darker in color. Sometimes you'll notice it, sometimes you won't, but I like to make sure that I try to get all the yarn in the same color. This one here, I want to make another filet crochet vest, but this time, thanks to the help of my crochet club, filet crochet, I kept mentioning it, and they're just like, is that how you say it? Is that it? And we were trying to figure it out. We were like, is it fillet? Is it filigree? Like, what is it? It actually is pronounced filet crochet, and we were kind of joking about, oh, like filet crochet, like you fillet a fish, and I'm like, ding, 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 ding. What if I make a fishing vest out of filet crochet? Because you fillet a fish, so a filet fish vest. And of course, I had to make it out of the fishing vest green. Like when I think of a fishing vest, I think of this, okay? And so I needed it to be this green color, even though this green color would actually work better for my duck vest, and my duck vest, like that blue would be better for this fish vest. It is what it is, but I definitely just see this as the vest color. I still need to plan out the design, but I do have the blueprint of what the vest shape is gonna be, and I really liked it. I think there might be like a few things that I might change, maybe how I do like the neckline here, but we'll see when that comes to it. At least I have like the blueprint of what the vest is gonna be, and then I just have to figure out how to put fish and stuff like that on it to make like this cute little filet fish vest. I'm so excited. I think that this might be the last big summer project of the summer. I'm kind of hoping to get into my fall things. You know, I just want to make one last summer project, and I feel like fishing outside, nature, that's my idea. I really want to work on that one as soon as I'm done working on my current project, which is what am I working on? It's just like a polo kind of tee. It's really cute. It's really working out. I finished actually the back panel the other day. I'm working on the front panel now. It's just because it's such fine weight yarn, it's taking a little bit of time. I'm also doing the linen stitch again. I think so far it's looking pretty good. I really like it. So once that project is done, I can definitely start this one. The last place we went to was Walmart. I was actually kind of hoping to get another one of those spools from Sugar and Cream from Walmart. I like the spool of Sugar and Cream better than the smaller ones of Sugar and Cream, but I am looking for a very specific color, which is like a chocolate brown. I think I can get it on the Maxim website. Again, they did not have it at Maxim that day. That is one of the other things that I actually went to look for, and they did not have it, which is unfortunate. And they did not have it at Walmart, but I don't think they carry it in store at Walmart. I think they only carry like a few colors. While I was there, I did end up picking up some yarn for a very distant project, okay? This is not a project that I'm going to work on anytime soon, but I know I want to work on it, and I know I want the yarn for it. This here is the Pound of Love by Lions brand. Y'all probably know that this is my favorite 4-weight medium acrylic yarn, okay? Yes, did I get antique white? Again, of course, antique white is my favorite color. And then I got a new color that I've never worked with from this brand, and this one is called Heather Rose. I think this one is so pretty. I really, really like this. I'm gonna go and say my little rant about this brand, and then we'll get into the project that I want to do with it. So first off, I went to Maxim looking for this yarn, hoping there was like a really good sale and I could have bought in all the colors. These are only 2 of the colors. I think I want 2 more colors. Want a kind of like foresty olive green, not too deep but not too light, and then I also want to get kind of like a brown color. Again, not a dark brown, not a light brown, like kind of like that in between, very much like this type of, I don't even know what type of like shade this would be, but like this dusty kind of color, like maybe like a dusty brown, a dusty green. I'll show a photo here what I'm talking about. Now, they did actually have some colors at Mary Maxim, but first off, they wanted $20 for them at the time. No. If I was real desperate, okay. But number two, I touched it. They changed the yarn. The yarn felt cheap. It felt scratchy. It felt not good. Okay, like it felt more like this yarn here, the Red Heart yarn. You know how Red Heart can have some nice yarn and then other yarn, it's just not great. It felt like this, but here's the thing. I expect the feel of that type of yarn for Red Heart. Okay, I expect it. I'm fine with buying it from Red Heart because I know that's what Red Heart is. It's not Pound of Love. Pound of Love is supposed to be soft and, like, I know, again, buttery smooth. That doesn't make any sense, but to me it does, okay? That is what Pound of Love is supposed to be, and I touched the Pound of Love and it was just not it anymore. It was not it. And I was so disappointed. Pound of Love is my favorite acrylic yarn, and you're telling me that you're going to change it now? I even went to Michael's and saw their Pound of Love, and even their Pound of Love was also very kind of like scratchy. Like, it's not soft. Like, this is super, super soft, and you can like see it. You know, like sometimes when you can look at a yarn and you can kind of know if it's going to be soft or not. Like when you look at this, you know it's going to be soft. I was looking at the Pound of Love that wasn't soft, and even just looking at it, I knew it wasn't going to be soft. And I was like heartbroken because why? Okay, there's other yarns that can feel scratchy and stuff like that, and I'll use those. But when I buy Pound of Love, I expect it to be lovely. I expect it to be soft. I expect a certain quality out of this brand. I know I'm going on a little bit of a rant, and I like to stay positive, but sometimes when yarn companies decide to switch it up, what are you doing? Okay, because here's the thing. I buy Pound of Love for a reason. I spend a little bit more money for a reason to buy this. Okay, it's a lot of yarn. It's soft yarn. I don't mind spending $15 on this because I know what I'm getting and I know that I'm gonna like it. But if you're telling me that you're gonna change it and it's not gonna feel soft anymore and I'm not gonna like it, I'm not gonna buy it, okay? Like, I will go on and on about how much I love this yarn, but I won't buy it anymore if you're gonna change it up. Anyways, Lines brand, get yourself together and make Pound of Love soft again. Because there's other brands I will go with, okay? I will go with Caron 1 pound. I'll go with them. I will go with the off brand. I think Michael's is starting to make something like this. I will go with them. Big Twist, I will go with them. Lions brand, unless you get your act together. You also might be like, hey Michelle, if they changed the formula, why did you buy these? Well, I bought them at Walmart, and these are older. This is before they had changed the formula. This one here was made in 2025 March, and then this one here was made in 2023 October. This one here I think is still like the same formula. I don't know what it's called. I'm just gonna call it a formula, okay? And then this one here is older by like 3 years, and it's my favorite, okay? Yes, I know I own a bunch of this yarn in antique white, but if they're changing the formula, I gotta buy it before I can't do it anymore. My idea with these yarns is I actually wanna make a quilt. I think I wanna make it for my birthday. I think I want it to be like my birthday present to myself. The last few years I have made these projects for myself for my birthday. I made kind of patchwork, like square cardigan. I made the mom sweater from Animal Crossing, and last year I made this houndstooth looking Tunisian crochet sweater. I love all of them, but this year I really kind of want to make myself a quilt. Maybe I'll put the fan on. I just put the little fan on, so I probably should have had that going on the whole time. So I kind of got the idea from when I worked on my winter vest last year. That was this one here with all the different squares, and I'm like, you know what? That would be cute as a blanket. Kind of thinking, like, in my head, what I kind of want to make is the furniture from Animal Crossing, like the patchwork furniture from Animal Crossing. I will show a photo here of what I am talking about. I love the colors. I love the idea. I really like this, and I really want to make a blanket. I don't know how big the blanket is going to be. We'll go more into detail when I get to this project. Probably, well, my birthday's in November, so I'll probably do it at the end of October, early November. I really like that idea, and I really want to do it. My idea is maybe buy a blanket that's already done, like a fleece blanket or something, and get the measurements off of that, and then like kind of make my squares and do the dimensions around that. And then that way I kind of have like an idea of how many squares I need to make. I also think I'm going to make my squares a little bit bigger. The squares that I had for the vest were probably like this. I'm probably going to make the squares bigger so I don't have to make as many of them. I want to make, I think, pretty much the exact same squares that I made for the vest, plus maybe like another one. But I definitely want to do a duck. Obviously, I want to do a duck. The second one I want to do is I want to do a heart, Then I want to do a tree, like the Christmas tree that I did. And I want to do something else, but I really don't know what yet. I know I could do the gingham, but I don't really want gingham for this. I think I want to do maybe 5 squares, so I have to think of like 2 more ideas. But again, I got like 3 months to think of this. 2.5 months to think of this. 2 months to think of this, because I'm like, well, if I want it done for my birthday, I kind of have to start it before my birthday. I want to do like these 2 colors, and then I'm thinking if I can find like a color like this type of green, maybe a little bit darker. And then I'm trying to find like, do I have any brown? I also have this yarn here, but I think it's just a little too dark. I want more of a lighter brown. I know the brown that I want. I think it's called like hazelnut or something, and it's from Loops and Threads. So if I can't get a pound of love yarn like this, then I at least know what other colors I have to get. So that's a project that I definitely want to work on, and I just wanted to buy the yarn ahead of time for that. Even though it's a few months away, I just wanted to get that done. That's my whole yarn haul. I know it's not a ton of yarn, but I am really excited to work on these projects, especially this one here with the vest. I really liked how this yarn crocheted the last time I used it, and I know the plan I need for this yarn. I also know how much I'm gonna need of it, so I don't have to worry about like, oh no, like am I gonna run out? I'll be fine. So I'm really excited to start working on this project here, as well as planning this one out. And then these projects here will get done when I have some time to do them. Because this was more of like a sit down chit chat video, let me know in the comments if y'all are working on any projects, if you've picked up some yarn that you're excited to use or anything like that. Let me know in the comments. I love to hear what projects you are working on. I'm excited to start working with this yarn, so I can't wait for y'all to see what I make with it. I think that does it for this video, so y'all have a good day now.